Rebecca, and today we're back to draw yet again another video. So today we're going to be drawing a really festive, not really festive, just a regular festive Diya. So I don't know if you guys actually know this, but today, the day I'm recording this, is actually a festival called Diwali. So I wanted to do something that has kind of like that theme. So this is actually like something you actually use on that day. So they fill it with oil and then just light it and the wick, and that's what I'm drawing here today. So it's actually a really simple drawing. It's not as complicated as you might think. So it's really simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. So stay tuned for that. So let's get started. Okay, everyone, now that we got all settled in, let's get to drawing this thing. So the first step you want to do is, I want to do this with a pencil, actually, because there's a few steps that I think will be easier to do in a pencil. So first step is to kind of draw like a center point. So almost just like a small line, but do it very lightly because you're going to be erasing this anyway. So let's just, a very light line. Just like that. So it's super simple, just a very light line. So now you want to draw like almost like a little dot, because this is where the actual Diya is going to be. So just give yourself a little dot so you know where it is. And first step is you want to kind of go down and make a curve. Like this. And like this. So there's two small curves like this, and you want to make sure this part is a little raised. So maybe I can just lower this part. I want to make sure the middle portion is kind of a little bit higher than the rest. So just like this, because then it'll be easier to do the next, the third step. So after you've done this, after you've done it, you want to connect it up. Now you don't want to do like a bowl. You don't want to have this kind of shape. You want to have more like a lean shape. So if you guys have ever seen a canoe, the Diya is kind of like almost like that. It's like a small, like a boat shape. So instead of going you want to go so let's draw that. So that's why I draw the center point. I think it'll be easier that way. You just kind of curve it downward and get it up to the middle, and this thing is symmetrical, so you can just repeat the exact same step on the other side, like just like this. So super easy. And now for the third step. So it's actually quite easy. So you want to just put your pencil on a line. Once you reach the edge, you want to kind of draw like a curve, and you don't want it to be too big like that. You just want it to be a small curve like this, and you want to bring it in closer and connect it up. Maybe I should make this a bit wider. So bring it in and connect it up. Just like this, and you want to do the same on the other side. So this is the kind of shape we're aiming for. So let me see better. So this is the kind of shape that we're aiming for. And even if you think this is, I think this is maybe even a tiny bit too long. I mean too wide. So I'm just gonna make it a bit shorter. So this is the kind of shape we're aiming for. Now that we've got the shape we want, we're gonna start by drawing the little wick, the thing that we light the flame. So right on the center line. So that's why we drew the center line, so that this portion and this portion should both be lined up. So now we can draw the actual flame. It's more like a water droplet. So it's kind of, the shape is kind of thin, and then it kind of rounds off. So let's start right here. Let's do this side. So you want to curve it, and you're going to bring it in, so just like this. And then you want to repeat that on the other side, since this is going to be symmetrical. So this is a shape we're looking for. It looks almost like a water droplet or a teardrop. And now we're gonna draw the center portion of it, which is actually quite simple. So you wanna go like this, and you wanna cross over the center line and curve it and bring it back. So that's just to give it a little bit more dimension. So we're gonna be coloring this portion like red and this portion like a yellow or slash orange color. So now comes the fun part, which is to do your design. So a lot of people, usually these just come in a red or orange color, but what a lot of people do is they like to decorate, they like to paint on it. So that's what we're gonna be drawing here. But before we do that, I'm gonna put everything into black so you guys can see it better and just to give it more of a finished look. So let me go do that. So I went ahead and made it a lot darker so that way you guys can see it better. And as you can see, it looks a lot more finished now. And I also went ahead and got my eraser and erased all the lines, like the center line and everything that we don't need anymore. So now my favorite part is to draw the designs. So you can do whatever you like. This is like a drawing you can get very, very creative with. Doesn't even have to be what I'm doing. You don't even have to do a design if you don't want to. So I'm just gonna go for a pretty simple design. So I'm just gonna draw a center line just in Diya. I should never erase it. So my design is just gonna be, I don't know, kind of random. So maybe I'm gonna draw something like this. 2 lines just like this. So yours can be totally different. Doesn't have to be the same. You don't even have, you can get, like I said, you can get totally creative with this. You can do whatever you'd like. So this is gonna be my design. And there you have it. This is my design. So it's actually pretty simple. And now I'm gonna go Sharpify it. So I covered my design in a Sharpie just so you can see it better. So now I'm gonna go on to my favorite part, well, my second favorite part after designing, the coloring. So I'm gonna do almost a red, orange, and a blue theme. So I'm just gonna give a small outline with these colors. Here I go. So this is my idea. So I'm not done yet, obviously, but I just did a really, really quick outline. It took like 10 seconds, but it's just really quick because I didn't want to color everything in markers. I just wanted to give a small outline. So now I'm gonna do the actual coloring. So I'm gonna start with like a bluish green, and I'm just gonna be coloring like this area. So yeah, let's do it. So here is the almost finished product. So there's only one thing left to do, and that's the flame. So like I said before, I want to use a red and an orange and a yellow. So just to give it some more, I'm gonna do 3 different colors and just instead of just doing like one. So I'm gonna be using all pastels because I think that gives more of like a flame effect. So I'm gonna start with the red. I'm gonna do the red at the top. And then I'm gonna fill in with a bit orange. just like this. I'm gonna take my yellow. Now if I think the yellow stands out a lot, I'm just gonna mix it in with just a tiny bit of orange, but not too much, just a little bit. So that gives it more of like a yellowish orange shade, so it doesn't look like too awkward against all the other colors. So here it is, and before we finish, I don't want to just be standing in the middle of nowhere. Let's give it a bit of like something to stand out at least, otherwise it's gonna be floating in midair. So let's just give a small little, even if you don't want to color in the entire background, even just a little bit will make it look a lot nicer. So there you have it. This is the finished product. I'm just gonna make it a bit darker. So here it is. I'm really happy with this drawing. I hope you guys will try it out sometime. And I had a lot of fun doing this. So see you guys later. Bye.